The soft glow of sunrise filtered through the large windows of the serene studio, set in a quiet corner of the bustling city. This tranquil space, filled with the gentle aroma of sandalwood and lavender, was my haven. I was Clara, a teacher of meditation and relaxation, and guiding others through the transformative power of these practices was my calling. Meditation and relaxation were not just activities for me. They were paths to healing and understanding in a world often caught in the whirlwind of chaos and noise. As students gathered around, sitting comfortably on soft cushions in a circle, I began to share the ancient wisdom I had been fortunate enough to learn and practice. "Close your eyes," I gently instructed the class, my voice barely above a whisper, yet carrying an authority forged through experience. "Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine all the tension leaving your body." The room shifted into a collective stillness, a tapestry of peace woven from the individual threads of each participant's mind, calming down in unison. Meditation, you see, is not solely about the suppression of thoughts, but about the art of letting them pass by without grasping onto them. As they settled into their breaths, I guided them through a basic body scan meditation, a starting point for beginners and a grounding ritual for more experienced practitioners. "Bring your attention to the top of your head," I continued, my voice a mindful current guiding them deeper into their journey. "Slowly, methodically, move to your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, and as you focus on each part, simply let go." The premise of a body scan is as simple as it is profound. By pinpointing our attention on individual body parts sequentially, we cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves, acknowledging areas of tension and inviting gentle relaxation. Meditation has the extraordinary capacity to act as a mirror, reflecting aspects of ourselves we might otherwise overlook in our day-to-day rush. It creates a space for vulnerability, honesty, and acceptance. These sessions often became emotional for some students, as years of buried stress, anxiety, or sadness emerged to the surface, sometimes unexpectedly. The familiar comfort of shared silence helped them realize they were not alone. As I moved through the guided meditation, I encouraged them to acknowledge their thoughts without judgment. "Your thoughts might wander. This is normal. When they do, simply return to the breath." This pivot from judgment to curiosity forms one of the pillars of mindfulness meditation. It empowers individuals to transform their relationship with thoughts, from one of criticism to one of comprehension and non-attachment. Around us, the sounds of the city were sealing themselves away behind the studio's walls. Car horns, distant chatter, all faded into ambient songs, distant and gentle, coaxing even deeper relaxation. Weeks turned into seasons as students returned, each bringing new challenges and personal victories. Lily, a kind-hearted artist plagued by insomnia, eventually found restful sleep without medication through regular practice. Aaron, a business executive, learned to respond rather than react to workplace stress. Stories of transformation like these were my constant reward, enriching the practice with tangible outcomes that transformed lives. In some sessions, we expanded the practice beyond meditation, exploring other relaxation techniques that can complement a meditative practice. One such method was progressive muscle relaxation. As students lay down on yoga mats, I guided them through tensing and then releasing different muscle groups. This practice, derived from principles articulated by Edmund Jacobson in the 1920s, is a powerful tool against accumulated stress. The conscious effort of tightening muscles amplifies the feeling of subsequent release, a counterpoint that teaches the body a rhythmic dance of tension and relaxation, like the ebb and flow of ocean waves. Over the years, I incorporated elements of Tai Chi and Qigong into our sessions. These ancient martial arts emphasize slow, deliberate movements paired with breath control and focused awareness, a moving meditation that promotes relaxation through gentle motion. My students, whether young or old, found joy in this dynamic approach to mindfulness. It introduced movement that was both graceful and potent, an elegant resistance to the frenetic pace of modern life. I watched my students deepen their practices by keeping meditation journals, a method I encouraged them to use to reflect on each session. Writing down thoughts, feelings, and intuitive insights that arose provided clarity and a tangible record of their mental metamorphosis. It allowed them to notice patterns, drawing connections between their meditation experiences and the fluctuations they felt in daily life. One of the more poetic aspects of meditation I often shared was an introduction to loving-kindness meditation, or metta. This practice involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill and compassion, first directed toward oneself and then to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom we encounter conflict. The transformative power behind metta meditation lies in its foundational reshaping of the heart's orientation towards others, nurturing empathy and reducing the weight of resentment. Within my sessions, I saw bonds form between otherwise strangers. The collective practice of metta seeded community, teaching the profound lesson that the heart has an expansive capacity for kindness, far beyond the confines of immediate friendships. As they embraced this art, the class would often melt into a field of warmth and interconnectedness, softening the sharp edges of isolation that modern living can entail. In contrast, the subtle intricacies of the breath were another focus. Pranayama, or breath control, introduced students to the vast universe found within the simplicity of breathing. Techniques like Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, harmonized the left and right hemispheres of the brain, creating a balanced calm that promoted clarity of thought. Through the seasonal rhythm of our classes, students also explored the potency of mindfulness in everyday actions. Drawing continuously from Zen practices, I encouraged Zen walking meditation in the city's many parks, a deliberate awareness of each step, the ground beneath feet, the texture of leaves carried by the wind. Everyday activities, washing dishes, drinking tea, or writing, became opportunities to ground oneself in the present. Within the tapestry of meditation and relaxation practices, the material and the mystical converge. I aimed to guide my students to experience the joy and simplicity that comes from being present in the here and now, free from the burdens imposed by worries of future and ghosts of the past. They learned that joy is not found in external achievements or material possessions, but within the ceaseless dance of internal awareness and acceptance. As they practiced, I emphasized the importance of integrating meditation with lifestyle changes, nourishing the body with wholesome food, maintaining active movement, and ensuring deep rest, for even a single element disregarded could disrupt balance. Holistic well-being is not a single path, but an interwoven journey of mindful choices leading towards harmony. Years blended seamlessly into each other, each student etching their narrative of enlightenment, hardship, and triumph into the collective conduit of our meditation practice. Each session, I reminded them of the impermanence of life and how the soul can grow infinitely introspective under the tender guidance of meditation, the knowledge that they are not fixed, but fluid. As my gaze swept softly over the tranquil scene in the studio, a microcosm of the limitless mind, I felt a profound gratitude for the journey. Teaching meditation wasn't merely imparting a skill, it was facilitating a communal remembrance of our intrinsic nature, one that sought peace, connection, and healing beyond the tyranny of a ticking clock. And so, sitting there enveloped by the cocoon of peace we've woven together, I reaffirmed my own place as both a guide and a student within this ancient tradition, nurturing each person on their path of awareness, one breath at a time.